Yo, what's going on, E7 fam? I'm Sue, and this is my beginner's guide to challenge mode Abyss Floor 17. Floor 17 will have you facing off against Blue Krau. In order to get 3 stars on this floor, you need to not trigger Outrage, and also you cannot play a knight on your team. So how do we not trigger Outrage? Well, it's tied to this passive here, Battlefield Signifier. As you can see, when an enemy dies, grants Krau Outrage. Pretty simple conditions when you think about it. Don't play a knight, just don't have anyone die. After that, all you have to do is kill Krau, and you're home free, easy 3 stars. So, let's talk about a couple of things that might be mechanically annoying about the fight that you should be aware of. First up, this designated target debuff. Randomly, somebody will be marked with this by Krau. The person that is marked will take 20% more damage, and the adds that accompany Krau will focus the person that is targeted. The adds do injure, by the way, on their attacks, which means that if you leave target on long enough, that person is going to be very squishy and very prone to dying to Krau's ultimate. So if it's on a key character like a damage dealer or a healer, you need to pass it. In order to pass the debuff to a different random ally, you need to use a non-attack skill on anyone on your team. It doesn't have to be the person that is got the target debuff. Just anyone uses a non-attack skill, it rotates to somebody else. Think of this very similar to how like Abyss 116 played out with its random debuffs and things like that. Second off, summon Siegfried, right? It's an AoE provoke that deals 70% defense pen to the person that actually has the target debuff. So make sure that it's not somebody who's super injured or super low on health. You pass it ahead of time, right? Now, the provoke is really annoying, obviously, because you'll all go into Krau, who's going to get barriers, crit resistance, and things like that throughout the course of the fight. So, not ideal, especially when we get to this other passive here, the Art of Combat. Whenever Krau evades, he will counter attack you, which is going to be with like potentially a blind or a provoke or something like that, but mostly going to be a blind. Blind obviously makes it a stacking debuff, right? So if they blind one person, you're more likely to miss, in which case he counters you and then blinds again, and it's just a vicious cycle. So you may want to bring some kind of cleanser to deal with the blinds, and you certainly don't want to bring too many red characters, because then he'll be countering all the time. Other than that, he's accompanied by these 3 cult enforcers that they injure, they have AoE attacks. They're largely irrelevant. If you could control them or kill them pretty easily, the floor's kind of a joke, if I'm being honest. Anyways, now that you know the mechanics, let's talk about who we're playing and why. So, now with the E7 Origin update, Issaria is freely available to everyone, which means I can include her in this series, and I see no reason to not play her as your frontline tank for this floor. If you want to play something different, go nuts. This is like the most open-ended it can possibly be. You could play anything under the sun. 5 stars, ML 5 stars, just go nuts. Just don't play a knight. So for the free-to-play players, the newer players, I'm going to recommend Issaria, right? So Issaria doesn't need to build damage stats. You could just go full bulk, right? And it'll be fine. But the main reasons, in case you're wondering why Issaria, her kit is just perfect for this. S1 is a defense break, so that way we can do more damage to Krau. S2 resets cooldowns, which allows us to set up Tamarin for idle mode early on, or give us like a Commander Lorena ult or whatever have you whenever we need it. And then S3 strips all of Krau's buffs, gives him unbuffable so he can't get more throughout the fight. And then again, defense breaks him, so that way we can do more damage to him. Like I said, doesn't need damage stats whatsoever, so you could just go full tank on the character, and she could kind of function as your pseudo frontliner. As for artifacts, I'm on Andre's crossbow, but feel free to play Bloodstone, whatever else you got laying around. Just make sure that with the artifacts that she has at least over 45% effectiveness. I'm on health percentage necklace, health percentage ring, and booster speed. This is literally the gear you usually see me play on Roz. It's just here on her. Just slam some tank gear on her. You're good to go. Even though she's red, our healer is going to be Tamarin because she's the best PvE character in the game. Especially if we pair her with Issaria, we can start the fight with idle mode, which just gives us unparalleled tempo, just crazy offense, healing, everything. Just being able to have almost 100% uptime on idle mode with the 2 of them together is one of the most powerful combos in all of Epic 7, so I see no reason not to play it here. As for artifacts, Wondrous Potion Vial to deal with the blinds, so that way Krau just doesn't counter attack all over the place. Health percentage necklace, health percentage ring, boots are speed. Damage dealer, you know her, you love her. Commander Lorena, best single target DPS pretty much in all of Epic 7. No reason I feel like not to play her here in this slot. Just defense break with Issaria, go nuts with Lorena. Artifact is a symbol of unity just to help with the blinds because it gives us extra accuracy. And Daydream Joker has half effectiveness. Necklace is going to be crit damage. Ring is attack percentage. Boots are attack percentage. And then in the last slot, just for kicks, I'm playing Dollmaker Pro Horizon because she can sleep the ads, slow, Krau, and all the ads, and then stun specific ads, so they just become a non-factor in the fight. They already were pretty irrelevant. Dollmaker makes them absolutely irrelevant because of her AoE sleep and slow with Hypnosis, and then Endless Nightmare being a pretty good stun. How you build her doesn't really matter, just speed boots, 4 speed set pieces, any artifact of your choice. Abyssal's probably the best one here. And then just as fast as you can get her with over like 50% effectiveness. Got it? Alright, like I said, mechanically, super simple fight. Let's just jump into it so you can see how everything plays out. Okay, so with Dollmaker, we're going to go for our Control S2. Alright, we will reset here. So now it's passed here to Tamarin. Let's go for a buff strip here on Krau for the souls. Alright, so we go idle mode. CR push everybody up. Alright, we'll S1 here. Alright. Let's go stun one of the slept ones to do bonus damage to them. It's going to get cleansed off in a second anyway. So we're just taking the damage that we can get here. So you see it cleanses off some of these ads here. Alright, so this one's death broken, so we're going to focus this one here. Alright, we can S3 this one. Blind this one. Try to death break. CR push here. Sleep. Alright, kill this. Blinded here. So we'll go aim here so we don't risk getting countered. Same here. Risk not getting countered. We'll just stun him. Didn't get it. We could focus here on Krau. Alright, so Lorena's going to take the brunt of this. Alright. Potion Vial out of it. Heal up Lorena. Passes here to Tamarin. Big damage. Alright. We already have idle mode. We have everything that we need. So let's just go here. Put Unbuffable on Krau so he can't get anything. Sleep. Didn't get it. Alright, we go idle mode here. Push up. We'll stun this. Alright, S1 here. He takes the damage from Escort. We'll reset Tamarin here. And then we can go for Soulburn. I think we'll go on Krau here. Push up here. And then we can Soulburn on Krau. Look how much damage he's about to take. Alright, we'll just hit here on Krau. Into Krau. Alright, still has Escort and Defense Break. Let's just hit him. Don't really care about that. Blind him. This one we will hit here. I just don't want to risk the counter. Could go back to idle mode again because Asaria Tamarin is broken. CR push up. Soulburn here. and then basic attack here. And there you go. That is Abyss Challenge Mode Floor 17 in a nutshell. Like I said, super simple floor, and you can see the power here in this video of Issaria Tamarin, why it is one of the strongest things you can do in all of Epic 7 PvE. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me down in the comment section below and post other teams that you may have cleared this with. Again, I think this was pretty simple, so there should be a pretty diverse set of solutions. Anyways, as always, enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week, and I'll catch you all in Abyss Challenge Mode 18. Later now.